So I wanted to share a personal story about a difficult time in my life that I went through with an injury. It was a condition. And why am I sharing this story? Well, hopefully somebody can learn something from it. Ultimately, it was a test of mindset and growth, really, for me. It was about a year and a half ago when I started developing significant lower back pain and left leg pain. The pain sort of started as I was running, and I'm doing more running, and I knew what was going on here because I had a structural issue with my back. Being a physio, I knew what I had to do, but it was difficult for me to stop running, to give up running, because it was something I love so much. Anyway, I persisted, thinking I could push through it, getting treatment, but the pain actually persisted and got worse. At its worst, I was finding work difficult. Often I'd feel even worse than my clients coming into for treatment, and I was coming home very tired, very sore. I was grumpy. I wasn't very fun to be around. My wife and kids were often complaining. So I knew that something had to give. I loved running so much that it was very hard to give it up, and I was fearful that I'd lose my fitness, I'd put on weight. I used running for helping with stress and anxiety, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to deal with those things mentally. It was a great mental release for me. But I came to a point where the pain was actually getting worse, and I knew something had to give. So the turning point was actually when I did the Run for the Kids, which was last year in 2024, and I actually felt that the pain was getting worse, and I wasn't enjoying the running. It was very uncomfortable. So I decided at that point something had to change. I had to give it up or stop, and I did. I stopped for several weeks, and I reduced my running volume considerably. And interestingly enough, what I found was, over a period of time, also building on my strength and going to the gym more, that the pain actually subsided. Now, this pain had been with me for over a year and a half almost. The pain subsided very slowly. I had more energy, and I was coping with work better, and my family started to like me again. So what's the message here? I guess it's about growth, about mindset. Creating a mindset shift can often help deal with a persistent problem, because you often get stuck in where you are, where your head's at. So I actually found that stepping into the discomfort, embracing a newer version of me, and letting go of that old version of me was what I needed to break that pain cycle. And I also learned that growth is not so much about pushing harder all the time. It's about letting go sometimes, about changing your mindset, and embracing uncertainty to an extent, and the possibility of change on the other side of it. So I also learned that even though we don't choose our pain, we can choose our response to it. And so even some of the most challenging, difficult moments in our life, or painful conditions, if you like, can become opportunities for growth. Not in spite of the pain, but because of it. So I hope this message has resonated with you, and you can gain some clarity maybe around your pain or a difficult condition you're going through at the moment. Bye for now.